Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Just a quick update on Alejandra Ayala, the young Mexican fighter who fought Hannah Rankin, was it a month ago, month and a half ago, whenever it was. She was badly injured, suffered a brain injury, had to be operated on. She was kept in a coma for 10 days, as is customary with these sorts of injuries. It's a safeguarding precaution. Then she's come out of that. And there was a couple of pictures posted, a couple of photos posted on her Instagram, I believe, by her boyfriend. One shows her leaning on, she's in bed, she's leaning sideways and smiling into the camera. Her left eye looked a little bit sort of droopy, but the right eye looked kind of, bright and sparkly. And on the left-hand side, her head was shaved. She has a very, very pronounced, there's another photo of this, a very pronounced scar, sort of semicircular scar with big, big, angry-looking stitches, probably metal stitches in her, holding her skull in. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible injury that she suffered. But she's positive, she's lucid, she's able to speak. She said, apparently she's responded excellently to the treatments, to the medical treatments, and she remains in hospital in Scotland. And she said, thank you, God, for a new life. So she's aware of what happened. She's, she's able to function. She's able to think. She's going to remain there in hospital until it's time for her to be removed or moved, back to Mexico. But you must not, whenever there's a neurological injury, you must never force the issue. You must always take as long as the surgeons tell you to before you move. Now, go back to, can I remember the exact date? Let me see, February the 25th, I want to say, 1995. Nigel Benn knocks out Gerald McClellan. McClellan goes under the knife for a very serious brain injury. It's a successful operation. The surgeons begged his family, begged them to leave him there in that bed in London. But no, they wouldn't have it. They put him on a plane, moved him, took him back to America. And as a result of that movement, it can't be proven comprehensively. It's not 100% certain, but more or less 90% certain that all that movement, all that travel, weeks before it should have been allowed, weeks before the doctors would have approved it, contributed greatly to McClellan being blind and deaf. Essentially, I mean, he's almost deaf and he's certainly blind. You cannot move someone following a brain operation. You've just got to leave them there. That's why they're in a fucking coma for 10 days. To keep them steady, to keep them still, to give the brain a chance to, do its thing. The skull, a piece of your skull has been cut off, for Christ's sake. You got to put that back. I'm no surgeon, but the job I do, I know nurses and doctors, and they tell me things, and they've worked in hospitals. Interesting little aside, actually, regarding the Gerald McClellan situation. Why was he taken home so quickly? Well, I suppose the family had that gut reaction. We want him safe. We'll look after him. We're his family. Where are you safest? But with your family, we don't trust anyone. But they also made some very disparaging remarks about the NHS. Back in 1995, by the way. I can see the state of it now, thanks to these Tory cunts. But back in 1995, but when I lived in America, I moved to America in 1998, lived over there for over 4 years. Whenever I would talk about the NHS, and whenever I would say, "Why haven't you got an NHS over here, you mugs? You should have. It's suicide. You're paying tens of thousands of dollars for things that, under an NHS system, will essentially be quote unquote free because of taxpayers' funding." And they would say, "Yeah, but the NHS. We've heard the NHS is awful. We've heard it. We've got massive waiting lists. We've heard this. We've heard that. We've heard the other." And this was, like I say, 20 plus years ago, but it was a barefaced lie. Why are they believing this then? Why are so many Americans believing this? They're believing it simply because they're told by politicians and, the people who are in the pockets of Big Pharma and the people who are, just total laissez-faire capitalists who believe that healthcare is a commodity and that patients are customers or consumers, and doctors should be salesmen, all this bullshit, all this obscene perversion of what a health service should be, and the public believe it, unfortunately. And so when it came to McClellan, his family, probably wasn't the only reason, but their family were like, oh, we can't leave him there, not in England with its backward system. Listen, when I was over there, I saw your system that you pay through the nose for, and it was shit, all right? And for all I know, from what my American friends tell me, when you consider what a rip-off all the private insurance is, it's still fucking shit. Don't get me wrong, the NHS is suffering under fucking Boris Johnson and his wanker fucking Bullingdon Club cunts. But having an NHS is far better than not having one. And if you don't believe me, ask Alejandra Ayala. So I give this lady nothing but massive respect. She's come out of a coma. Let's hope she makes a full recovery. And yeah, much love to her and her family. Hopefully she'll stick around here, get nice and fit again, and then travel back when she's nice and ready. So that was a good bit of news. But, Fénix, I think, is her nickname. I don't know what the word Fénix means. I don't speak any Spanish at all, but I've eaten the odd paella, but that's about it. But Fénix, yeah, I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to get offline now. I'm going to get online now, and I'm going to look that up, Fénix. Anyway, we've got Joe Smith versus Artur Beterbiev to look forward to. I've done a little video if you want to check that out. If you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's all good stuff. We want to build the channel up. And much thanks, as always, for your time. Speak soon. Bye for now.